A very interesting story that has emerged very recently is that of a Google employee who was retained on a 4x salary hike. This after he was moving to jump ships from the current AI existing arm of Google to another AI company. But we now know that this employee was paid approximately 300% more than his salary to retain him.
Isn't it fantastic? At one level, AI is here to take away jobs of coders and
also
take away
jobs.
At the other end, AI has been instrumental in giving a 4x salary to a serving employee. I think, I wouldn't really want to venture suggesting that there is a trend line to this.
Absolutely.
And I believe that
this
is
course there is a trend line to this.
No, I think this is a one-off case. You would not pay 4x salary to retain employees.
No, but you also have Google, which is laying off at a massive scale, but then also retaining a talent
I'm
that
sure
it deems important.
I'm sure it was a critical employee, right? I'm sure it was a critical employee. It wasn't just another coder. It wasn't just another somebody, pushing a few buttons and delivering something.
Absolutely.
It was somebody critical who was critical to the company he was going to join, and develop AI further, and seems like would have been critical to Google's own Bard, now renamed as Gemini project, and hence it was in Google's interest to retain that employee. But I think broadly the trend line, if we were to draw, and if we look at all the layoffs that have happened in the US, especially in big tech over the last 1 year, I think the trend line is actually quite the reverse, because you don't really need entry-level coders. You don't really need those first jobbers who are inching in thousands of code lines to develop a new product, because all of that is something that that AI is able to do very easily today. And broadly, one would like to assume that you would still need human beings to put in that query, enter that requirement for the chatbot to generate something meaningful. But unfortunately, you don't need engineers to do that. You don't need people who understand software and understand IT engineering and computer science to do it. In fact, right now, the trend is actually to have specialized courses for query generators. And these query generators can just be, 12th pass, 12th fail, as the case may be. You really don't need a bachelor's degree or a master's degree in any field of specialization. And you could still generate queries which are far more intelligent and far more focused for the chatbot to deliver something, as opposed to people who actually write code and make products themselves.
Absolutely. So AI may not take away jobs, but it will definitely give jobs to people who know how to use AI perhaps better.
Well, I feel AI is going to take away a lot of jobs. It will also create jobs, but those jobs are not going to be half as well paying and as much infungible as IT companies employ today. So IT engineers are definitely at the tip of the iceberg of those who are likely to lose jobs. In addition to videographers, we've seen what Sora OpenAI has done. In addition to video editors, graphic artists, cell animators across the board. I think overall the entire IT sector and the entire media and entertainment sector is the first which is likely to get disrupted.
Absolutely, in for a change, in for a disruption. But as far as this story goes, Aravind Srinivas, who is the CEO of Perplexity AI, has mentioned in a podcast that he was hoping to hire a Google employee, but that Google employee eventually turned down the offer because Google gave him a 300% salary hike, perhaps hinting at what is going to be the jobs trend in coming future.